Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Stockli Montero AS for you today. AS in Stockli's world stands for All Mountain Slalom. It is a nice short to medium radius carver that works just fine in an all mountain format. 76 millimeters underfoot, so it kind of fits into that wide front side category, at least from our metrics here. And it works great because it just blends that narrow underfoot shape with a quick turning mentality, just to go along with a little bit wider of a platform underfoot for a little bit more broken snow or degrading snow throughout the day. This is the narrowest of the Monteros, so we go from AS here at 76 to AX at 80 and then up to AR at 84. So this one is the most front side oriented of the group. And if we think of Stockli as a company as a whole, there's just a big focus in the front side and on-piste aspect of their skis. And as a result, they do it better than most. They just take an extra step, an extra level of care in the construction, the shape, the profile of the ski to make them excel in that on-piste format. Construction-wise, it is built with a blend of poplar and beech in the wood core. We do get 2 sheets of metal in this ski. Also get some flex torsion control, so a slit taken out of the top of the tip, top metal in the tip and the tail, allows the ski to flex a little bit more evenly in slower speeds. So what really makes this ski stand out isn't so much its high end. There are stronger performing 76s out there in the world. It's the ability for this ski to modulate between low, medium, and high. So really good slow speed compliance, fantastic in the middle ground, and then it holds up just well to pretty strong and aggressive skiing. Full sidewall in this whole ski here, very much a race-like look in the terms of the construction. And then most of these skis we'll see with a Strive 13 plate binding on here. So in the 172, we are on the scale at just over 3,000 grams, 3,070 for ski and binding. They aren't too stiff. You know, there is some nice flex in the very tip of the ski. It is stiffer in the underfoot and the tail. That kind of puts more emphasis on the backside of the turn and just provides a lot of rebound and energy back there for sure, especially on the feet of more advanced skiers. Shape and profile, not a whole lot going on here. This is where we see much more of Stockli's front side emphasis come through. Long camber underfoot here, 127, 76, 107 with a 14.8 meter turn radius. You know, having that wider body platform underfoot makes it feel more stable and more secure, especially on looser snow. While you get narrower, more front-side oriented skis, specifically like a WRT at 67 underfoot, and you start to lose a little bit of that compliance in softer snow. It has to be very firm to be on something so narrow. So kind of living in this wide front-side zone makes a lot of sense, especially for skiers like us here in Vermont, where we get a lot more variable conditions on our groomers, whether they're freshly groomed or a few days old. Having something with this level of balance really makes a lot of sense. Not a whole lot to talk about in terms of rocker and taper. Pretty much a fully cambered ski, just the tiniest, slightest bit of tip rocker combines with that slightly softer flex to make turn initiation a breeze. More business-like in the tail though, definitely a lot of kickback here. Flat, square, aluminum insert, pretty dense back there in the tail. Much more race-like and on-piste oriented. I do think it likes to live in that 14.8 meter zone. You know, once you start to get going faster, it's going to want to turn more. It definitely has more range at that low to medium side as opposed to medium to high. So shorter turns, more moderate speeds, and this ski is absolutely happy with that. We do have some tester feedback as well. We do have from Greg Morrill. He calls it light feeling and quick turning, solid feel, like they could handle whatever came along. I think that is an interesting blend because it is kind of a denser ski, like on the scale or in your hands. and then you put it on your feet and it feels lighter and more agile. So it does have that feeling, but then it does have the actual mass that's required to bust through crud and chop and variable conditions. But yeah, ideally suited for groomers and fresh groomers. You're going to get an extremely smooth and stable and quiet ride. Stockli does silence better than any other company out there. You're paying a little extra, but you're paying for that silence. That's it. Check out this Stockli Montero AS here at SkiEssentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.